What's going on, guys? And I'm back with another video. Today's video is like semi-controversial, I guess, as far as communication is involved. I'm not sure if that's gonna sound right when I look back at this, but that's what I'm going with. So today's topic is like talking about sex. And my channel, you guys think, is literally based on sex, and you know, like so far a lot of it has been, but that's not everything that I'm based off of. You know, you see a lot of people, or you hear a lot of people, I'd say, talk about how sex isn't something you should talk about in public, or sex isn't something to be glorified, or sex isn't something to be shared with whatsoever unless you're an adult, like a parent or a, you know, doctor or something like that. Those are the only people that should be, you know, knowledgeable. Knowledge. Those are the people that are most knowledgeable, when that's not necessarily true. Sex isn't glorified. It shouldn't be glorified. It should be, you know, taught, and you should do your research. You should learn about sex. There's negatives to it. There's disease, there's unplanned pregnancy, there is regret, you know, but there are positives to it. Like, yeah, it can be fun. It is, you know, pleasing, or, you know, it feels good for sure. Like, you know, there is positives and there is negatives to it, you know? So it's something that needs to be researched and talked about, and not necessarily glorified, but glorified in the right aspect. People are so uncomfortable talking about it because they feel like it's a disgusting thing to talk about in public, and it should be only in the privacy of your own home or something like that. Why? Like, why is it uncomfortable? It's completely natural thing to do, and it's, you know, sometimes it makes for great conversation. Like, a lot of my friends love when I tell stories to them, or, you know, my parents, even my parents, the people that tell me don't talk about this at the table or whatever, this and that, they find some of that shit hilarious. You know, sometimes stuff is funny, sometimes stuff isn't funny, but it shouldn't be looked down upon because somebody like me is comfortable talking about it, or, you know, and let's say somebody else isn't, you know, I shouldn't be, you know, looked down upon because you guys think that I'm gross or disgusting, or I have no respect or manners for whatever, or just the fact that you guys think that that's all I know. For those people that don't like it and don't like me talking about sex all the time, like, you know, it's not always gonna be that. I've done videos where I don't talk about it. You don't have to stay and watch. You don't have to stay subscribed. You don't have to stay subscribed to me. If it is such a bother to you, maybe you're just uncomfortable and you need to learn about it, or something like that. You know, it's not always a bad thing to talk about. You know, there are plenty of people that will talk about it, but there are more people that won't talk about it. So since I am comfortable about it, well, why not? You know, I just know from personal experiences some stuff, and you know, like, I'm gonna continue to talk about what I want to talk about on my channel. If you do not like it, feel free to exit, you know, and if you do like it, continue to support me. I appreciate that. No issues there. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue talking about it just because I do have a lot of life situations involving sex or whatever, and it's good to talk about things like that. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from not mistakes. You know, if stuff wasn't a mistake, you learn from it. You learn from every situation and stuff like that in life. So, I mean, it's good. It's really a good thing. You know, and if I got into like the fucking grimy details of it, yeah, that might be a bad thing, but, you know, I'm not. And I'm not promoting sex. You know, I'm not saying every kid out there, or every person out there needs to be having sex. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you're going to have sex, do your research on it. Have knowledge of it. Knowledge. Do it with somebody that you're comfortable with. Do it with somebody that, you know, you love, or that you genuinely care about, whatever, you know? And wear protection, you know? Just because I necessarily don't all the time, or that I, you know, whatever, doesn't mean that what I'm doing is right. But like I said, this is one of those things where you can learn from your mistakes. You don't want to have an accident as far as pregnancy. You don't want to be, you don't want to become a statistic with a disease or anything like that. So, I'm not promoting sex, I'm just trying to give you guys knowledge of it and situations on it and stuff like that. And, I just want everybody to be comfortable with it. And if you aren't, I completely understand. So, but just don't, hate on me for me being comfortable talking about it. Just, get to a point where you are comfortable about it, or just leave the channel as far as like subscriber wise, like, whatever. I make videos to make you guys laugh. Some of the situations are funny. Some of my stories are funny. Some stuff that has happened to me is funny, and the way I explain stuff makes it funny too, and my goal in this whole YouTube channel is to make you guys laugh, to make you guys, have somebody to basically learn from. And also because it is fun for me to make videos, it's fun. That's kind of just what I've seen on my channel, is that people hate that I only talk about sex, when that's not necessarily all of it. And if you stick with me longer, you'll see that that's not all of it. So I just kind of wanted to vent a little bit. Thanks so much guys for watching though. If you haven't already, follow me on my social medias at azkevin14 on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Also, hit the subscribe button if you are new. You might like what you see. That's really opinion based. I'm biased. But also leave me a comment down below what kind of stuff you guys want to see. And I'm also thinking of doing another Q&A, so feel free to leave me some questions. I'd love to have some questions. I did a Q&A a little while back, and I want to do one soon, so the more questions the merrier. Hopefully I get to yours. You can ask me them on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Oh, not really Snapchat, but you can ask them on my Twitter, my Instagram. But yeah, that about wraps up the video. Don't forget to leave a like, and hopefully I'll see you guys next video.